But what I really wanted to make time for, and I'm glad I did, was Stranger Things Season 3. Season 3 is an 8-hour movie more than it's a TV show. The episodes run one right into another. They build and build and build. It's fast-paced. It's fun. It has everything you want from Stranger Things. So we're going to jump into spoiler territory now. If you haven't finished Season 3, please turn it off. Don't ruin the ending for yourself. The big thing I wanted to get into was the very end of that last episode. You have the Byers family leaving Hawkins, which makes total sense. Anytime you see a movie or show like this, the first question the audience always has is, why don't they just leave? Well, Joyce decides that's the best thing for her and her children, and it absolutely is, even though it's tough because she has this thing with Hopper going on. Well, if you finish the show, and if you're still watching this, you absolutely should have. We know that Hopper is, well, probably not, but as far as the characters are concerned, Hopper is no longer with us. He sacrifices himself to take out that Terminator-style Russian who's been plaguing him the whole season. They shut the machine down, and he's supposed to have been vaporized, exploded. I don't really know what the term for whatever horrific thing happens to these people is. So the show finishes on this beautifully written letter that Hopper wrote for 11 when he was supposed to be giving the kids the heart-to-heart speech. And it just goes into such detail and outlines everything that the actors feel and that the audience feels for these characters, and what Hopper, as the adopted father of 11, would feel for his daughter, but also the missing feelings that he had for his lost daughter, and it ties everything together so perfectly. Just 3 minutes of anything we'll see on screen, aside from maybe some of the final stuff in Avengers Endgame as far as geek culture goes this year. Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11, didn't want to rehearse for her reaction to hearing the letter. The production, I don't know if it's the Duffer Brothers or whoever was directing the episode, but the production team behind the final episode had, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on his name, but the actor who plays Hopper, they had him record the letter so they could play back the audio as 11 was acting to it, as they were filming this kind of montage scene, instead of just dubbing it in later and having her react to nothing or just kind of giving her the gist of it. She really, really sells it. You feel everything she feels in that moment. And then I stopped to think that this is only the 3rd season of a show. We have not spent overall a ton of time with these characters, which is another testament to the strength of the writing of the show. Hopper says goodbye not only to 11 with this letter, but also to Joyce. But the letter that plays over the montage doesn't just play over the two characters who it was kind of intended for, who he felt the most for. It also plays over Nancy and Will's older brother. I'm so sorry about names this morning. They're having their own goodbye, as their relationship had ups and downs, as any relationship forged in this kind of trauma would. And then you have the party, as they call themselves. You have all the kids saying goodbye to each other, and these are childhood best friends, and at that age, your friends are everything, and you assume that you're going to be friends forever. You assume that things won't change, and they are living in a pre-internet, pre-cell phone world where it's very possible they see each other 1, maybe 2 more times, and that's it for life. As far as the show goes, I'm sure they're not going to cut these characters straight out, because you're not doing Stranger Things without Will and without 11, and really without Joyce at this point. Winona Ryder has really hit her stride with the character, but it's just such an impactful thing. It'll take you back to your own childhood when you had to go through your own version of saying goodbye to your childhood friends who you feel like you've been through everything together, and chances are your been through everything is a whole lot different than these kids. But it's such a powerful scene, and closing the door on the empty house, and a lot of it is kind of things that we've seen in TV shows before, just done the best version they can be done with. I don't have a single negative thing to say about the 3rd season. I mean, they even gave characters who you thought were brought in as kind of two-dimensional plot devices or things like that. They really fleshed them out in ways that you care. You want them to be fleshed out. You feel for them. I mean, Well, thanks for taking this ride with me. I was a little disorganized today, and I apologize for that. I've been working on a house and my brain is scrambled. But remember to check out SoWizardPodcast.com for the shows, reviews, recommendations, merchandise, and more. Also, be sure to listen to So Wizard Podcast every week, wherever you get your podcasts. I know Joey and Mark Ellis from So Wizard Podcast are going to be attending, I believe it's Plastic City Comic Con, and they'll be around as press, filming, taking video, taking pictures, interviews, so look forward to con coverage on that. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel. It really helps us grow our audience. And leave us a comment in social media or drop us a line right here in the comments and let us know what you think about the show. We're always looking for recommendations on topics. We're always looking for feedback. We appreciate everyone who listens and watches. Thanks for taking this ride with me.
Turn around, look at what you see. She may fade away in your hands, the birth of a new day. Rhymes that keep their secrets will fall behind the clouds. There among the rainbow is the answer to our never-ending story.
Now you also see why there's so many edits during these things.